Hi everyone, it's Nick again. And, well, happy post-Thanksgiving to you all. And now it's time for another live stream. Today I'm going to be doing Super Mario Bros. 3 through Super Mario All-Stars via Nintendo Switch Online. And the controller I'll be using is not the Switch Pro controller, but this. It's the 8-bit Do G-Bros wireless adapter, and it's hooked up to my Super Nintendo Classic controller, which means it'll feel like I'm actually playing the original Super Nintendo version of the game. All right. And here's the game. And now, Super Mario Bros. 3. Yep. I did a walkthrough a few months. I did a walkthrough at least 6 months ago of the original NES game. Now, for the 16-bit version. As usual, it's a one-player game. Starting with Stage World 1, Area 1. Ooh. Now, of all the Mario games I've ever played, this one is number 2 on my list, second only to Super Mario World. Here's the P switch. Whew, barely avoided that Koopa Troopa. Oh, forget that thing. Mushroom. Gonna try to get through every stage. Oops! Let's try it again. Sorry, Goombas. But I already have my lunch. Alright, forget the star. And, ooh, I was hoping for another mushroom, but no, it's a fire flower. Alright. I don't want to worry about that Koopa shell. Alright, I got one of everything. Not that it makes a difference. But I do get an extra life. A fire flower. Now on to Area 4. An auto-scrolling stage. It's one of the first. See, Super Mario Bros. 3 is the first Mario game to use auto-scrolling. well, an auto-scrolling stage to be exact. Come to mom, come to papa, you sin. Uh-oh! Pull that one. Oh, well. Gotta get some more power-ups on the way. Whew. All right. That was where I lost the life before. But not this time. Yes! Just gotta avoid that boomerang, brother. Not that it'll ever get me. There you have it. Now let's play a quick puzzle game. Star. Star. Come on, baby. Yes! 5 extra lives right off the bat. Now, don't think I'm gonna go for the warp flutes. Ooh. Now, one major improvement that the 16-bit version of Mario 3 had over the original, Mario doesn't instantaneously shrink after getting hit while holding a power-up in the Japanese version. Instead, they stay big when hit when holding a leaf power-up or a frog suit or a tanuki suit or a hammer suit. And bye-bye boom boom. And here's Adam Mick. Great game choice, brother. Ah, and 5 lives. Thank you, Adam. Oh, and looky here, a memory game. Now, I always love the memory game. Little trick, the last 3 down here. This one is always mushroom, this one is always fire flower, and this one is always a star. Nope, only got a mushroom. You see, there's so many patterns that it's hard to remember them all. Remember, if you like this stream, please give this a share. Sure. Remember to like and subscribe whenever you get. There's more live streams to come. For example, Altered Beast will be the first Genesis game I cover. I just gotta keep studying this game. Keep on practicing until I finally beat the game. I've only gotten as far as level 4, where you transform into a tiger. Too bad the Super Leaf doesn't give you a... doesn't turn you into Leaf Mario immediately when you're shrunk. Alright, another extra life in my hands. Okay. It's a leaf. Now I got one of everything. Now to deal with this hammer, brother. And another star. Now, for the first boss. Okay. Now, the music in the 16-bit version of this game is a little more dramatic. Oops. Down the pipe. And that takes care of the first one. And the king has been restored to normal. Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you, Princess Toadstool. A P-Wing, but I'll save that for later. You should always save your P-Wings for when you really need them. When the original Mario 3 was being made, the developers thought that originally thought the P-Wing would give Mario permanent invincibility. Permanent flight. Okay, no match there. Ooh, so close. That middle one did me in. Now on to stage 2. There's a little bonus for getting every coin in this stage, but I don't think I'll be meeting that bonus. My mission is to get through all the stages. It wouldn't matter anyway. And that... another star. It's easy to get a lot of lives in this game. And now for another memory game. Nope, but I think I saw an extra life here. Yes, I did. There we go. Star. 10. I think it was... Yes! 10 more coins. Mushroom. Mushroom. Star. Nope. But at least I'll know where the fire flower is next time around. Here's the thwomp. Mario 3 was his debut. Skip that part. Ooh. Just don't think about those boos. You know, according to the manual of Mario 3, the boo was called Boo Diddley. Well, that was his original name. Boo Diddley after musician Bo Diddley. Okay. Another super leaf. This time I'm going to use the fire flower. Stage 3. Out of the... Get out of there. Okay, here comes another extra life. Yes, indeedy. Now let's deal with this boomerang brother. Alright. With a fire flower, it's easy to get him out of the way. Now this is an Angry Sun stage. Ooh! Jump the gun there. Try again, folks. There we go. But once you pass that point, that's where the Angry Sun goes out of his mind. And he's history. Took only 28 seconds there. Another fire flower. Now on to area 4. Never mind that. Ooh. Basically a gauntlet. Oh! Ah! You know what? Let's go for broke here. Whew. That's 2 stars. 1 more and I've got 5 more extra lives. But first, let's get this hammer brother out of the way. I mean this boomerang brother. There's the hammer. I'm only gonna dig through here to get rid of this fireball brother, just for extra points. Whoo, yeah! No, I'm not gonna use that warp whistle. I don't plan on warping. A frog suit. I'll save that for Waterland. But right now, gotta get through Desert Land. That's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Making good time. Alright, and... Yes! Little rough on the voice. Oh! Another memory game. Like I said, I'd know where they are. Two of the same items side by side. And that's it. Got everything. Just need to get the 20 coin thing. And I've completed this memory game, but there will be more. And the Acme Crime Net, I know him as... I almost forgot! Stage 5, Area 5. The Acme Crime Net, aka John, he says, yeah! 5 lives, 3 stars. Thank you, John. John and I go way back. We're both avid game show fans. Get out of my way, Chain Chomp. We're both avid game show fans. He calls himself the Acme Crime Net because he loves Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Mushroom. Mushroom middle. Come on, mushroom bottom. No match. Oh well. Time to clear Desert Land. The king here has been turned into a hoopster that you see in Super Mario Bros. 2. Oops! Fire flower. Ooh. You know, I wish Nintendo had incorporated the 16-bit versions of the first 3 Mario games into Super Mario Maker 2. That would have been cool. Alright, Morton Koopa Jr. is next. Whoa! Now for this letter. Greetings. You can stomp on your enemies using Goomba's shoe. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. A cloud to skip a stage, but I'm not going to skip a stage. I'm going to go through the whole thing. Let's try the frog. Excuse me. Let's try the frog suit. Hold down on the B button in the 16-bit version of the game and you'll swim faster. But only if you're wearing the frog suit. Making great time. Another star. Yeah, it's not easy to get around in the frog suit. Oh man, there goes my ticket out of here. Oh boy. If I hadn't missed that moving platform in the first place, I would have kept on going. Well, no problem. Well, that was a waste of a star. But not this time. Oh, man. Well, it's too late now. I can't get that star back. But I can get these cheeps out of the way. And the Acme Crime Net, imitating the count, says, "That's two stars." Thank you, John. And another frog suit, but I'm not going to use it in the next stage. Instead, I'm going to stick with the fire flower and kill off that Big Bertha. Did you know that Big Bertha was how the bouncer at the Boom Boom Bar in the Super Mario Bros. Movie got her name? Except, unlike in the games, where Big Bertha is a bad guy, Big Bertha in the movie is a good guy. All right. All right, this one was easy. Too easy. No match there. Wow. All right. Not bad. That was the easy part. Only took 20 seconds to clear that fortress. 14,000 more points, taking me to 340,820. Now let's get this Hammer Brother out of the way. The Hammer Brothers. That's two power-ups in one day. Fire Flower top. Nope. The top. What's the problem? Forget this puzzle game. Ooh. Give me that super leaf. Oh, forget the leaf. Forget that leaf. Another star! Yeah! Now this time I'm gonna need the frog suit again. Okay. Oh. Those still squids. But at least the frog suit got me halfway through. Now I just need to get one more in. 5 more extra lives. Let's go to this mushroom house first. Now, if you're playing this in 2-player mode, it would be wise not to go to that mushroom house. Now for another auto-scrolling game, auto-scrolling stage. $11 coins there. Sorry, I'm just trigger happy with this fire flower. Well, who cares about that extra? Who cares about that 1-up mushroom? I've already got a lot of that. And there we go. Mushroom. Stage 7. Area 7, that is. Oh! Trying to go for high speed. Alright, let's try again. This time, invincibility. Give me another mushroom. Nope, a star. Now to play another memory game. $10 coins. Star. 1-up. Ah, there's a star. On to the fortress. Get that cheap out of my sight. Here's the roto discs. Now, if you were Tanuki Mario and you had and you turned yourself to temporary stone, then you'd probably be able to get rid of those roto discs temporarily. Oh well. But anyway, if you have a fire flower, getting rid of Boom Boom is a breeze. Fire flower. Nope. The mushroom middle really ruined it for me. Okay. Oh, eaten by Big Bertha. Bad timing there. Alright, this time forget that fire flower. Now, if you thought Big Bertha in Mario 3 was horrifying, check her out in Mario 64. Yikes. Well, actually, I wouldn't if she's too intimidating for you. Area 9, here we come. Now normally I'd go to the left to get a frog suit, but what's the point? And there you have it. Now before I go... yeah, I should get some more power-ups and maybe extra lives, just in case. Leaf. Ugh, the top one didn't do me good. The middle one. That's what I needed. Fire flower. Now for another mushroom house, another power-up, another fire flower. Now to battle Wendy O. Koopa. Now look, this one's been turned into a Dino Rhino from Super Mario World. Now this wasn't present in the 8-bit version, since Super Mario World didn't exist yet. Alright. Now, oh man, I forgot. I should have equipped myself with another power-up first. But that's okay. You see, the thing is, Wendy is one of the toughest Koopalings to deal with. Oh, great. Now I'm in deeper sludge. Because Wendy's rings don't really show any mercy. Oh, watch out for those Monty Mole wrenches. Duck. Okay, that's 2. Yes! Even if you shrunk, you can still beat Wendy easily without taking a hit. The white block contains magic powers that will enable you to defeat your enemies. Well, actually, that's a music box, which only puts Hammer Brothers or anything like that on the board to sleep for at least 2 turns. Oh, wait. Never mind. Let's get these music boxes out of the way. Now on to my favorite stage of all time in Super Mario Bros. 3, Giant Land. Jack Green. Jack Green says he's hoping for a new Max Payne game soon. So what do I think about it? Well, I don't know. I never actually played the Max Payne games. I've heard of them, but I never actually played them because I never owned an original Xbox, or any of the Xboxes for that matter. But thanks for asking, Jack. Woo! 3 more stars, 5 more extra lives, and another memory game. Yes! Okay. Nope. One up. Yes! And that completes the next set. And Jack says Max Payne is on the PlayStation 2. Oh, he retracted it. Well, no matter what console, I never played Max Payne before. But when and if I ever do get an original Xbox, one of the first games I'll be getting for that system, Dead or Alive 3, because it was one of the launch titles. Speaking of the Dead or Alive series, that game that was released on the Switch in Asia, well, I really wish that game would be released on the Switch in North America. Not on the PlayStation 4, on the Switch. And on PC. Whew. Okay. Oh, great. It's not easy to do. Uh-oh. A walking fireball. Alright, now you made it easier. Just had to get those walking fireballs to come my way. And there goes Boom Boom again. Oakley dokley, on to the next puzzle game. Mushroom top. Mushroom middle. Ah! Fire flower bottom. Jack Green says, why aren't I playing the NES version? Well, I did play the NES version before. This time I want to play the 16-bit version. I played all the NES Mario games. Well, the mainstream Mario games, that is. This time I want to give the 16-bit versions a try. It's always usually it's easy to get the star. Hey, have you guys in the chat ever seen the movie The Wizard? That movie was the reason Super Mario Bros. 3 came to be in North America. Or at least the hype for it came to be. True, the movie did get panned by critics. But I don't think Nintendo or Universal cared. I mean, Nintendo and Universal didn't lose money off of that movie. In fact, that movie was low budget. And it made more than twice in the box office. Ooh. Yes, The Wizard did come out in 1989, a year after Mario 3 came out in Japan, but it wasn't out in North America yet because of the Game Boy. Because Super Mario Bros. 2 had already been released in North America a year prior to 1989, and Nintendo was already getting ready to release the Game Boy. Oh! Releasing Mario 3 in 1989 wouldn't have been a good decision. It would have overshadowed the Game Boy's release. And if you don't believe me, just watch the Gaming Historian's retrospective on Super Mario Bros. 3. Did it again! So anyway, The Wizard was made to hype up the release of Mario 3 in North America. Now those doors you were seeing throughout this stage if you went through those doors, you would go to an alternate reality where everything is shrunk. What the enemies have. Oh, bonus game time. Huh. And did you know the Wizard was actually a placeholder for the 1989 holiday season because Universal needed a family-friendly movie for the holiday season. I don't think Back to the Future Part 2 was enough. And The Jetsons was delayed. The Jetsons movie was delayed. Likely because of so many production issues. I didn't care much for the Jetsons movie anyway. Alright, Jack Green says, it was kind of weird that the Game Boy beat out the Game Gear and the Lynx, despite the Game Boy not having color or a backlit screen. Well, the problem with the Game Gear and the Lynx, the problem with the Sega Game Gear and the Atari Lynx is that although they were more powerful than the Game Boy, the battery life was poor. The Game Boy could last a lot longer on batteries. The competition, no more than 6 hours. Plus, the Game Boy had... Plus, third-party developers weren't interested in the Lynx. And Sega couldn't get many third-party developers for the Game Gear after the... Oh, look, the king has been transformed into something that looks like Donkey Kong Jr. So anyway, the Game Boy not having color or a backlit screen initially was well worth it because it had a lot. The games were the huge selling point, and the battery life. I mean, games like Super Mario Land, Super Mario Land 2, Wario Land, and the Pokemon series. Speaking of Game Boy games, whenever I get a Super Game Boy 2, or a Game Boy player, the first Game Boy game I'm going to stream is Super Mario Land. Okay. Ooh. Just when he threw a wrench at me, I walloped him. He's not gonna get me. Guess I'll have to do this the hard way. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Gauntlet of flamethrowers. I think there's a power-up block up here. I think. Alright, this is where I face Iggy Koopa. I can tell that's Iggy because of his glasses. Yes, I know Roy Koopa has his own glasses, but he's much bigger. Alright, 590,010 points. So anyway, going back to the story of the Game Boy's competition, the Game Gear was pretty close. Well, actually it wasn't. It sold less than 10%. It sold less than 10% of... Oh! Got a P-wing there. Alright, never mind that part. Let's just get through this. Just gotta remember to save at least one for Darkland. There, another mushroom. Alright, let's hope I make this one. Let's go for 3 mushrooms. 3 mushrooms. You either go all the way down there for the hard route. Ooh! Or you come all the way up here for the easy route. And I choose the easy route. Alright. If I get a mushroom, I'll get 2 extra lives. Nope, I only get 1. So the best-selling games on the Game Gear were usually ones by Sega. Oh! Jack Green says, if Sega made a Master System Classic console, I wonder if it would sell well. Well, who knows? I mean, well, the Master System, the original Master System didn't sell very well, and neither did the Master System add-on for the Genesis, the power-based converter. But then again, the TurboGrafx 16 didn't sell very well, and yet it got a classic edition, a mini, that is. So a Master System Mini is still possible, although there have been rumors spreading that there may be a Dreamcast Mini in the works. But oh man, wow. That Bob-omb took care of those 2 Spinies. Anyway, as for... Now, for Master System games... Yes, the Master System did sell like hotcakes in Brazil. It had a huge loyal following in Europe and South America. But unfortunately, its shortcomings in North America and Japan couldn't be ignored. Alright, 2 Hammer Brother battles in a row. Uh-oh. Ah. Oh, gotta deal with them again. Gotcha. Another P-wing. Now, as for Master System games on a Master System Mini, well, obviously the Alex Kidd games would make the cut, as well as a few Sonic titles, especially those that never came to North America. Now this is one of the tougher fortresses to get through. Street Fighter 2 was on the Master System? I didn't know that. Oh man. Got a little distracted there. Don't worry, Jack, you're not to blame. I'll save the Tanuki soup for later. Alright, this time Boom Boom won't get hit me. Oh! Took me by surprise there with that leap. So Jack Green says Street Fighter 2 came out for the Master System in Brazil in 1997. Interesting. It's probably a port of the Game Gear game. What did I do? I just used up a mushroom or another star. Oh well. Ooh. Remember, the last first-party title for the Game Gear, Sonic Blast, was released for the Master System in Brazil in the late 90s. But the quality was no different for that game than it but the quality of that version was no different than the Game Gear version. And by the way, speaking of the Game Gear, did you ever get your hands on a Game Gear Mini? Then again, those were only released in Japan, but it's easy to import them. Well, at least it was easy. Okay. Alright. And that's it. Got 3 P-Wings, but I'm not going to use any of them right now. Just wait until I really need them. Oh well. But you know, before Sega even thinks about releasing a Dreamcast Mini, they should consider the Master System Mini and also a Saturn Mini. Yeah, I know there wasn't a good Saturn game on the... there wasn't a good Sonic game on the Saturn. The best there was Sonic Jam, and that's just a port of the first 4 Sonic games on the Genesis. And there was also Sonic R for the Saturn, and it didn't do so well. And of course, Sonic 3D Blast was just a port of a Genesis game with a few small changes. Tanuki time. And there goes Tanuki time. And Jack Green brought up Sonic R for the Saturn. And like I said, Sonic R wasn't very good. It wasn't a mainstream Saturn game, a Sonic game. Sonic Extreme would have been, but unfortunately, due to so many issues with Sega, particularly the disagreements between Sega of Japan and Sega of America, that project was scrapped. I think some elements of Sonic Extreme was incorporated into Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. I think. I'm gonna need a P-Wing for this one. Oh! Oh, thanks a lot, Hammer Brothers. You made me waste it. Well, I got 2 P-Wings left. Let's get rid of this thing. Alright, stay up in the air. But save 1 P-Wing for Darkland. Still up in the air. Oh boy. Jack Green says, I think the Mega Drive sounded cooler than the Genesis. Well, in terms of names, that would have been great, except Mega Drive was already patented in North America. So Sega of America went with Genesis. What's the point of this if... What's the point of this? What's the point of putting stars here if there's hardly no enemies to deal with? There's hardly any enemies to... What was the point of having stars there if there weren't any enemies to deal with? Okay, another star. Time for another memory game. And Jack says the 32X and Sega CD should have been their own consoles. Well, you have a point about the 32X. In fact, the angry video game nerd seems to agree with you. You see, remember the Sega Neptune? it was supposed to be a standalone 32X that played Genesis and 32X games. And yes, as the angry video game nerd said, that's what it should have been in the first place. The Sega CD, well, while the Sega CD was a step in the right direction for Sega, the technology for a standalone Sega CD probably would have been too expensive at the time. And it probably would have retailed for more than the Sega Saturn had retailed for it at launch. And if you ask, and personally, I think Nintendo made the right decision. Oops. Blew that one. Never mind. And I think Nintendo did the right thing, not backing out on Sony. Well, yes, I know it eventually led to the creation of the Sony PlayStation. Well, but even though that never would have happened if it weren't for Sega backing out on them as well. Alright, it's Tanuki time! And yes, it's a true story. Sega of America tried to negotiate a deal. Well, Sony tried to negotiate a deal with Sega for a CD-based console after Nintendo's CD-based add-on with Sony failed to catch on, fell through. But Sega of Japan, but Sega of Japan rejected it, thinking Sony had no experience in the hardware business. Gaming hardware, that is. The Philips CDI. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. And terrible games, especially the games they made with Nintendo characters. And apparently that's the reason why the Philips CD add-on for the Super Nintendo was scrapped. And why Nintendo won't ever acknowledge those CDI games. Now that was another big flaw in Nintendo dumping Sony. Alright, this time the king has been turned into an albatross from Mario 2. Whew. The good thing about the CDI Zelda games, where the graphics and music says Jack Green, well, that was the only good thing about those CDI Zelda games. Everything else was terrible. They were embarrassing for Nintendo. So I don't blame Nintendo for not acknowledging them ever again. Alright, now it's time to deal with Roy. Gotta be careful because, like Ludwig, he can, when he stomps on the ground, he temporarily paralyzes Mario, but not today. Oh, and the Philips CDI console, by the way. Yeah, that also was pretty expensive when it first came out. That's another reason why that system failed. I think it sold for more than that of the Neo Geo CD. As for Nintendo sticking to cartridges for the Nintendo 64, well, if they had gone with CDs, they would have been worse off, because even though they lost third-party developers for that system. All right, another star. Even though the Nintendo 64 didn't have much third-party support, it did have a lot of first-party games and a lot of cool rare games, as in rareware. Those that helped make Donkey Kong Country. Yes! Nope. No, I missed. If Nintendo had gone with CDs, they would have had to go through a... They would have had to buy since they're not an since they weren't an electronics manufacturer like Sony, they would have to purchase their... Nintendo would have had to purchase the CD-ROM drives. And that would have driven up the price tag probably to about $400. You see, the Sega Saturn started at $400. Not to mention, it was more expensive to produce. Not to mention, the Saturn was more expensive to produce. So Sega was already losing money on the Saturn, despite its success in Japan. So apparently Nintendo didn't want to follow the same route Sega did. Did it again! 3 stars in a row. 50 lives. Definitely not getting a game over. So, I don't blame Nintendo for not going with CDs for the Nintendo 64 because, well, the technology was just too expensive back then for a strictly gaming company, not an electronics manufacturer. Sony could easily handle that because they manufacture CD-based hardware. They manufacture CD-ROM drives. but it was a problem for Sega and Nintendo. Nintendo decided against it because they wanted to keep their next-gen system affordable and profitable. Sega took a big leap and crashed and burned, and the Saturn crashed and burned. SNK with the Neo Geo CD didn't do so well either. Alright, I'm in Iceland now. Iceland, not the country Iceland. This Iceland. There we go. But of course, when the GameCube was in development, Nintendo decided, going back to CD-based consoles, once the GameCube reached development, Nintendo knew it was finally time to switch gears. So they turned to Panasonic and the most affordable thing they could do to keep their system affordable is go for mini discs to avoid piracy. Because apparently, the technology to make CDs, to make DVD discs piracy free was pretty expensive. And Nintendo wasn't taking that chance. They didn't want to up the price of their console just to get rid of piracy. That's what I'm believing. Plus, Nintendo wasn't worried about the PlayStation 2 or Xbox. And there's a good and Nintendo had good reason to back out on DVD playback for the GameCube. If they went with DVD playback, then not only would the price of the system go up, then not only would the CD-ROM drives add on to the hardware manufacturing costs, but it would also, but Nintendo would have had to pay hefty fees to the DVD format. And therefore, the price of the system would have driven up to probably more than $400, something no consumer would ever want, especially for a Nintendo console. I mean, today they would, but not back in 2001. Plus, back in 2001, it wasn't even necessary to have DVD playback in a console anymore, because standalone DVD players were getting cheaper to less than $100. I think they were. And since the GameCube went for $200 at the time, it would have been a greater deal to get a standalone DVD player and a GameCube individually than it would have been to get a PlayStation 2 or Xbox. Plus, while Microsoft did have the technology to make DVD-ROM drives, apparently, aside from the hard drive, aside from the built-in hard drives, the Xbox might have had Microsoft might have had to pay fees to the DVD forum for the as part of the manufacturing costs of the Xbox. I don't know. And thus, Microsoft kept losing money on every Xbox sold, and software sales didn't help. By the time they finally caught up, they were still way behind. So in the 6th generation, Nintendo made profit, much more profit than Microsoft. The GameCube made more profit than the Xbox. Okay, gotta deal with the Hammer Brothers twice in a row, but done deal. Alright, come on, Fire Flower! 3 extra lives. Another auto-scroller. Now, you've all heard rumors about an improved version of the Switch, a Pro model. It might be a Pro. All right. I skipped the reading of the letter leading Peach's letter. I skipped reading Peach's letter after beating Skyland. Oh well. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Come on, Boom Boom. Don't be a coward. That's a wrap for that guy. But there's another Boom Boom waiting for me in Iceland. At the very end. Oh boy. Ah. Fire flower for firepower, Mario. This is what I should have done in the first place. Sweet. All right, match 1, match 2, match 3, match 4, match 5, match 6, 7, and that's that. So close. Almost pulled a perfect game there. But at least I know where everything goes. Alrighty. Inching towards 1 million points. Oops! Slippery ice. Alright, let's go, Hammer. The hammer suit was the very reason I beat Bowser in the 16-bit version of in the 8-bit version of this game. But I had to maintain it. And another star. Whoa, those hammers can actually kill boos. And thwomps. Well, there goes. I would have easily killed those boos with the hammer suit. Oop. That's it. 1,017,550. I've got a hammer suit to spare, so... Alright, this one's a... Alright, this time the king's been turned into a Monty Mole from Super Mario World. Again, this is the 16-bit version. You don't see this in the 8-bit version. Okay. Now these suits can only protect you from fireballs, not from flamethrowers. At least I don't think they do. Ah, boy. And when they do protect you from fireballs, you have to crouch when you're wearing that hammer suit. Up next is... oh boy. Come on, Lemmy. Thank you. Greetings, I am well. Please retrieve the magic whistle hidden in the darkness at the end of the third world. I have enclosed the jewel that helps protect you, Princess Toadstool. I won't be needing that whistle. Pipeland. Now this, known as pipe maze in Japan, this is pretty tricky. Ooh. Oh, Lord, help me. Ah! See, this is a very challenging stage. Okay, I'll use a P-Wing. Cheap way to get extra coins. And there we go. 3 stars in a row again. I don't know. How many times have I done 3 stars in a row in this walkthrough? I don't know. Okay, that should complete this one. Oh well. The fireball plant is gone. For now, just gotta make a trail of... Alright. Down the pipe. And there we go. 1,055,900. Oh! Well, I wasted a star on that one. Forget about that P-switch. Okay, that's cleared up. Mushroom. Mushroom. Nope. Alright, underwater scrolling. In underwater auto scroller. Unusual looking Cheep Cheeps. and not nearly as harmless version of Big Bertha. And of course, the bloopers, with miniature bloopers attached to them. And this is the one that, this is the kind that automatically sends you, sends their miniature minions after you when you get close enough. But I'm not giving him a chance. Oh boy. Gotta watch out for that lotus, underwater lotus. Oh, dang you, Big Bertha. All right. It's getting pretty tiring. But then again, I took more than 2 hours to complete the original Mario 3. So it should come as no surprise if I complete this in more than 2 hours. Getting back on the subject of the Game Gear that we were on earlier. Now, it wasn't Sega's only handheld. There was also the Sega Genesis Nomad. Basically a portable Genesis, but it only sold 1 million units. It went for $180 at retail. It retailed for $180 and didn't come with a packing title. Not that it needed one, since it's a portable Genesis. But then again, it probably would have helped. Unfortunately, with the Sega Saturn out and Sega focusing on the Saturn, Sega scrapped the Nomad, and stores began selling it for as low as $40. Today you can find a Nomad for $250 on eBay, but that could... But even that system was known for... Oh, that was a bad one. That was a bad pipe. So even the Nomad was known for bad capacitors. I'll deal with that Mushroom House some other time. I probably won't even need it. It's easy to get through these kinds of stages with a star. Now the Nomad, the Genesis Nomad, well, it actually predated the Nintendo Switch. It was handheld, and it could also be used as a home console. You can hook up to your TV. You can hook up to your TV, and plus it uses the same cables, same AV cables and AC adapter as the Model 2 Genesis. Make up your mind where you want to attack me, Boom Boom. Whew. That took up some serious time. Fire flower. Nope. Ugh, the top. On to Area 6. Now, if you had a P-wing, you could have skipped the whole thing altogether. You could have just flown over that area and skipped all the way to the finish line. Sorry. Sorry about the delay. Trying to keep that iPad in check. Okay. And there's another star. Now, I haven't quite counted how many times I gotten 3 stars in a row. Now, there's a link to this device in the description below, if you like. Well, at least I will leave it in the description below after the stream's over. This is one of the toughest stages to get through in this game. But that's okay. Fire flower top. And that's that. Nothing but mushrooms and stars. Well, just one star left. Ah. You know, just to get a power up, that's all. Tanuki. Not bad. Fortunately, I'm all out of stars. Let's just go for the hammer suit. Besides, I beat Bowser the easy way the last time. Just gotta get these piranha plants out of the way. And those little pink plant things that bounce. There we go. It would have been easier if I had a fire flower, but I had nothing left. Oh boy. Now I do have nothing left. Ah. Alright, Tanuki time. Keep button mashing that B button until you're in a bad spot. Oh boy. Well, extra life, but that doesn't help much. Whew! Just barely dodged that bullet. Oh man. Ah. Lucky for me, I got 65 lives left. Might as well use up a P-Wing. But I'm saving the last one for Darkland. Stay airborne at all times. led to, or where that pipe exited from. But I shouldn't be worried about that now. There's the finish line. And a star. Now this one should be a little easier. Oh, good lord. Wait. Give me that fire flower. There's the pipe. And that's the goal. And there's the goal. Okay. Now it gets uglier. I only have one P-wing left, and I don't want to use it up. Because I may never get another P-wing later on. Here's a star. Whew. Right. Rats. See? See, that clout wasn't going to help. It's going to add to the problem. Whew. Right where I needed it. There we go. Alright, Dry Bones, I have no time to deal with you. Alright. Now we can deal with Boom Boom. Third time's the charm. And that's it. And that's that. $1,195,730. Now to take care of this plant. Unfortunately, the only thing you'll get out of this is a mushroom. That takes care of that part. And now, this king has turned into a Yoshi. Again, Yoshi didn't exist during the development of Super Mario Bros. 3. Not yet. This Yoshi is only present in the 16-bit All-Stars version. The last Koopling to deal with is Ludwig von Koopa. Ludwig von Koopa. And I gotta get these Monty Moles out of the way. At least I think they're Monty Moles. They are moles, except unlike the ones from Super Mario World, these ones throw wrenches at you. Alright, all I gotta do, go after Ludwig, and it's on Bowser. Oh boy. There we go. That should put me over 1.2 million now. Now for the final letter. Yo! I kidnapped the princess while you were running around. She's here in my castle if you dare to try and rescue her. King of the Koopa, Bowser. Alright. I'm coming after you, Bowser. On to Darkland. On to the Valley of Bowser, says Acme CrimeNet. Just remember, this is Super Mario Bros. 3, not Super Mario World. In Japan, Darkland is called the castle. In the Japanese version of this game, Darkland is known as the Castle of Koopa. When it was first released, it was initially known as the Castle of Koopa. Well, it was spelled that way. It was spelled with a U and 2 P's. Not gonna bother with that block. I'm not going to use I am not going to use my P-Wing. I'm saving it for a later stage. A stage that's very hard to beat without the P-Wing. There we go. Just barely oh. And the Acme CrimeNet just retracted his message. Watch out for those big cannonballs. There's more coming in the next stage. Now all you have to deal with is this boomerang brother. Not bad. I'll save that star for later. Ah, forget that thing. Ah! I shouldn't have gone for that thing in the first place. I shouldn't have gone for that firefly. Now for Boom Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sometimes they automatically take you in, and sometimes you get there voluntarily. Go in there voluntarily. Alright, there's nothing but super leaves at the end, but that's all you'll need. Again, nothing to it. here we go again. Oh boy. Alright, on to a third super leaf. Now that battleship stage, that doomship stage, is the very reason I need this last P-wing. Because the scrolling is so fast and those platforms are so narrow, and there's so many moles, and so many flamethrowers, that you need a P-wing to get through easily. Otherwise, it's a huge challenge. Probably the most challenging stage in Super Mario Bros. 3 if you don't have a P-wing. Stay airborne, because sometimes they'll throw... Sometimes those moles will throw higher. Okay, that's it. And there goes Boom Boom. Oh, and the Acme friend that agrees with me, he thinks he says it's the most challenging level he ever played in a Mario game. You know, one of the most challenging levels I ever dealt with in a Mario game was Tubular in Super Mario World. I don't even want to talk about that one. I mean, the only way I would beat it easily is by depending on Blue Yoshi. Okay, those bullet bills are out of the way. Oh! Now don't worry, this stage isn't very challenging. Up, up, up and away. And down, down, down the pipe. 3 extra lives. Those big blocks can either contain a new suit power-up or 3 extra lives. Well, just made it. Now here's a little secret. Go down this sand pit, and you're not gonna, and instead of dying, you actually go to a secret passage. A shortcut. And you'd find a power-up. Well, at least in this path. If you went to the left. I can't remember what happens if you head for the right. But anyway, I don't want to dwell on that right now. Now, this is the only other time you'd see the angry sun outside of Desert Land. But I went too far up on the course to even see him. Now on to the fortress. No, don't go through that door. Go through this door. Duck. Because... And stay ducked underneath those spikes until it's safe. There. Alright, Boom Boom, that was your last fortress. 129,003... No. 1,307,440. And you won't play any, Ooh! And you're not gonna play the... And you're not gonna play the memory game in Darkland. At least I don't think you are. The final tank stage. The penultimate stage. Some of those cannons shoot. Some of those cannons shoot cannonballs, and other cannons shoot bob-ombs. Be very wary of those cannons that shoot bob-ombs, folks. The ones above, they only shoot cannonballs, so you shouldn't worry about them too much. And now it's time for Boom Boom's last battle. Bye-bye, Boom Boom. For good. $10,100 points out of that one. 1,325,640 as we head to Bowser's Castle. Those Bowser statues shoot lasers at you, but if you're fast enough, you can avoid them. Yep, Acrocrine says Bowser time. Oh, never mind that extra life. I don't need it. I got tons of them. And this is another easy way. That was another easy way to get through, to take a shortcut. Oh. Wait for that thwomp to get out of the way. Now that was one of the best timings I ever had in that part of the stage. Oh! Okay. Just like in the original, in the first Mario game. Uh-oh, I'm shrunk. Just like in the first Mario game. Ah. Yeah, just like in the first Mario game, when you're approaching Bowser, he shoots fireballs at you. Yeah, what the hell. Might as well use my last star. Uh-oh, there goes my... my super leaf. But no problem. I can always get another one in a later stage. If I can. There were 2 paths to Bowser. I went one path earlier. This is the other. Now, last time I beat Bowser with the hammer suit, but this time I'm gonna beat him the hard way. Ooh. Alright, helps a little. Gap there. Alright. If I can just get him to stomp through there, I'll win. The spot he's currently in right now. And... yes! Down he goes! Whew! That is the game. Final score, 1,337,540 points. And there's Peach, safe and sound. Thank you. But our princess is in another castle? Just kidding. And that's the end. Curtain. World 1, Grassland, as I explained earlier. World 2, Desert Hill, aka Desert Land. World 3, Seaside, or Waterland. World 4, Big Island, or Giant Land. World 5, The Sky, or Skyland. World 6, Iced Land, or Iceland without the D. And 2 words, by the way. World 7, Pipe Maze, or Pipeland. And finally, World 8, Castle of Koopa, aka Darkland. Well, that's a wrap. That wraps up Super Mario Bros. 3 through Super Mario All-Stars on Nintendo Switch Online. Now, one last reminder, I'm going to leave a link to this thing, the 8-bit Do G Bros wireless adapter, in the description below after the stream is over. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and happy gaming. And keep in mind, those retrospectives and stories of some of my favorite video game pieces and whatnot, anything related to video games, they'll be coming, but they will take time. Well, once again, happy gaming, and we'll see you next time.